Hello everyone and welcome back to Borealis Zoo. Today we are going to add the bison, and after this episode I can promise you it really is starting to look like an actual zoo. But first, if you are new to the channel, I know a lot of people joined the channel the last couple of days because of the launch of the aquatic pack. What we are doing in Borealis Zoo. So basically Borealis was a project that we started with the launch of the Arctic pack. So yeah, that's a really long time ago. I started off with the entrance and a polar bear habitat, and basically after that I had no clue what I wanted to do with this project anymore. So basically we abandoned it. That's what happened. I did get a few comments about it, like maybe you should finish that project first before starting anything else. So what we did, we decided to transform this little project into a Christmas themed zoo. I think around 7 weeks ago we came back to this project, and yeah, we redid the entire thing. We deleted the polar bear habitat. We moved the entrance building, so basically it's more like a little prop right now. So the church you will see on the back, and we created a Christmas market, a lot of Christmas themed stuff around here. And today we are finally starting with some habitats. There are already a few animals in: the reindeer, the dall sheep. Yeah, we added some sleigh dogs in the previous episode, which are just the wolves in the game. But yeah, today it's gonna be a huge habitat. To be honest, I think it's around 10 times the size than the bisons actually need, and I think I put around 16 of them in there, and they still all okay with that. So I started off with the fence. As you can see, I used the aquatic fence in this build. I love that. It's really cool. A new piece, so I'm really happy with it. And I wanted to use it over here, so at least it's a little bit of a aquatic showcase. I think that's the only piece I used, by the way, from the aquatic pack. I'm sorry. I didn't want to postpone these episodes. That's also one of the reasons I'm just continuing, where I left off. I didn't want to postpone like Borealis Zoo because of the launch of the aquatic pack. I made sure I was still able to upload it, although I think it's around video number 5, 6 of this week. It has been quite a lot for me as well, but for you guys to watch, I can imagine maybe you will skip this week and we'll pick it up next week. Who knows? I don't care if you watch it anyway. Also, a little reminder: we have a Christmas competition going on. I did put a post out on the channel, but if you haven't seen it, there is a video explaining all the rules, what we're gonna do, and you will have a chance to be part of this zoo. So I will pick my favorite build that will be put into Borealis Zoo, and you will see it in the final episode, in the final cinematic episode of Borealis. Of course, there's also a chance for you guys to vote on your favorite, and that favorite will win a Steam gift card. So that will be your chance to get the game you were waiting for, or get the aquatic pack, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with that gift card. Yeah, there is a lot of fencing going on. Of course, I already told you this is like a 10,000 square kilometer habitat, so I skipped it. As you can see, all of a sudden the entire fence is finished. Otherwise, it would have been a 30-minute episode of me placing down the exact same fence all over the place. It was a bit of a struggle, I will have to admit that. I did a lot of terrain work, so not everything is like completely flat, and you will see a lot of going up and down, and the church is up on a hill, and we started all like down on the hill. I'm not sure if I say that correctly, but anyway, that was a bit of a struggle to get the fence in. You can see it on the back. I just finished it off with 2 logs, and otherwise it didn't fit. But it works, that's the most important thing. I'm finally starting to decorate the habitat, so a lot of rock work, a lot of foliage in this one. I really want to create a nice natural looking habitat, and I want this place to start to look like an actual zoo, because I know we called it Borealis Zoo or Borealis 300, whatever you want. But still, it's called a zoo, so I wanted to add some zoo elements in there. So what we are doing is we are gonna create like a bison trail so people can take a walk around this habitat. It will probably take them, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. They can sit down under the viewing gallery that I just created, a really simple little structure. And yeah, I think this is a really great little addition to this zoo. So the foliage, let me know down in the comments if you like it in the end. I'm not really sure about it yet. It's the foliage that I want to use in this project. It's a bit of a struggle, but it's also a little experiment because yeah, after this and after Veluwe, we wanted to start something yeah, not similar, but I'm not gonna spoil it, but we probably will be using a lot of the same foliage. So that's why I'm experimenting with it. That project won't contain any snow, so it will look completely different, and probably I have to learn the entire foliage work again. But yeah, I just put a lot in it. I think that's the thing. I just threw down a lot of foliage, still keeping in mind the transversable area for these animals. I did want them to use the entire habitat, and I didn't want to block off some areas or whatever. But I think in the end, they will be able to use everything, and that's the most important thing. I know these animals are from like a grassland area, but we are working in the Sandbox Zoo, so we also added the wolves and pretended they are dogs. And I don't know, I think the bison really fit into this area, and I think I've also seen some screenshots or in the announcement trailer, something like that. I saw some bison walking down in snowy areas, so I think it fits. It looks like quite a furry animal, and I think it will be able to yeah, to cope with these temperatures. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you disagree, or if you didn't like these animals, or maybe if you really like this edition. I would be happy to hear that. As you can see, sometimes the path is also a bit of a struggle. Yeah, I redid the entire thing like 3 or 4 times. I finally used the path with the curbs. That's something new. I wanted to be able to actually see the path, and when it's covered with snow, you can't really see it when you don't have anything around it. I didn't want to do a fence, so I decided to do a path with a curb, and it actually looks quite good. I'm happy with it, so that's important. And as you can see, there is a lot of foliage. There will be another jump in time, I think, in a few minutes. I will do the foliage around the habitat as well, but I didn't record that. Otherwise, again, it would be a 30-minute episode with me placing down a fence, and after that, a lot of foliage. But well, now it's a 15-minute video of me placing down a fence and a lot of foliage and some rocks and a viewing gallery. So it's a bit different. But yeah, what's happening now? Not much actually. There's not much to say about this episode. That's the thing. What else to talk about? My PS5 arrived yesterday. That's exciting, and I'm still making videos. So after this, I will finish up the video, and I will finally can start playing with my PlayStation 5, which is exciting. If you have any good game tips, let me know down in the comments. I only got Spider-Man for now, so I'm excited to see that. It's cool to have like the new console. It has been, I don't know, 6-7 years since PS4. I'm not sure if you guys are into console gaming, but I have to talk about something while this is going on, right? So yeah, I'm creating the design right here with the Australia pieces and the new font. I thought it would be cool to use a new font, and I just wanted to see how it looks. It's kind of a modern thing, so a bit different from the Borealis 300 sign in the at the entrance area. But I think it fits. It looks nice. I'm happy with this little addition, at least. I know there are really cool fonts out there on the workshop that we also used, but it will save you a lot of pieces if you will use this font. And I'm happy that they added something else like than the Comic Sans MS font that we had for the Planet Zoo that basically nobody ever used because it looked weird. And I think the fonts that they use now or added now, they are a bit more modern and they look a little bit better. I think they just looked at Ricey's fonts and would say, okay, yeah, she did a great job. We will just put that in the game. And maybe they should have just named it, I don't know, Ricey font A, B, and C, and make one piece out of it. That would have been a great idea, actually. But yeah, I'm finishing off this area with the same fence that we used with the wolf habitat, and I will put a lot of Christmas decoration around it. Of course, not as much as we already did with like the ice rink and the Christmas market, but I wanted to be less themed around this area, so you will still have the idea that you are going into nature. But of course, we paid a lot of attention with lighting. I will put some area lights in to light up the actual habitat, because I think like 50% of the time it will be dark in these kind of areas. So at night you will still be able to walk around and yeah, maybe see some animals. So yeah, the speed build will go on for a few more minutes, and yeah, I still hope you guys enjoyed this little video. And if you did, make sure you hit the like button, and if you didn't do it already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on anything new, and I will speak to you guys in the next one. Goodbye.